am going to share with you a story which has really inspired me a lot. And many times when I am down or I think I can't do this, it's too difficult, I think about this story. It's about a person, his name is Kurt Collins, and he was associated with NASA. He was a scientific officer, and his work was to create software programs which would find out if there are terrestrial animals in space or if it is in a living condition. But he had one disability. He was a scientist with NASA, but he had one disability. Do you know what it was? Well, whenever anybody asked him about that disability, he would say, it's just a mere inconvenience. It isn't anything much. So he never gave it that much of an importance. And do you know what that disability was?
He was blind.
Yes, he was blind.
Oh.
Imagine a blind scientist preparing software programs to detect life forms in space.
Great.
Imagine. And he calls it as a mere inconvenience. So if we could call our disabilities as a mere inconvenience, I'll share you about my personal story also. I used to have specs and my number was 3.75 and 3.50 in both the eyes, and I had spherical as well as cylindrical number. So when I was comparing the programs, I used to feel it very odd to be with the specs. It made me look more older. And so one day I decided that I'm just going to keep it aside. I'm not going to wear the specs because my photographs have to come beautiful. Okay.
Right.
So then I gave my specs to my working staff and I told them, okay, you keep it with you. After the speech is over, I will take it back from you. And it was extremely dark because in the place where I was standing near the lectern, they had not on any lights. And I had already given the specs. Now I do have the speech in front of me, but I can't see anything. So then somehow I got courage and whatever I had prepared, I said that. It went off very well and everything happened very nicely. Though I could not see, I was struggling actually. Then I just went on from impromptu from my heart. And it was very good, everything happened well, and when I was going home I asked him, like, give me the specs. He gave me the specs and somebody called me, I kept it on the side and then talking, I forgot about it.
Okay. About the specs.
About the specs.
Okay.
And it was a very expensive specs because it was the latest model and the glass was, I think, crystal glass.
Expensive one.
Yes. Very
Right.
expensive one.
Right.
And then I had to drive back home.
Right.
I am looking for the specs. I have never found it at all. I don't know where it is till date. I have never got it. Now to drive the car in the night, it was around 10:30 once the program was over. And then, going on the road, it's a risk for myself as well as the people who's there on the road. And I said, if I call up my husband and tell him that, this has happened, he's going to scream at me. So I'm not going to share this with anybody. I went, not with eyesight, but with vision.
Confident.
And faith.
Yeah.
And faith in the Lord.
Yeah.
I drove it all the way from Goregaon to Borivali.
Okay.
And I reached there. I dare not share that I have come like this home. Nothing happened. The next day, I felt, let me just try these affirmations. I started with affirmations. I started on a carrot and spinach diet. I did my eye exercises and I said, let me see what's happening.
Right.
If these affirmations really work. So I said, I have great vision and eyesight. And I went on doing that. And of course, I used, spit.
Okay.
In the morning, you take the spit and put it into your eyes.
Okay.
And after you brush, you just wash it off.
Okay.
Do your exercises. And if you can gaze on the candlelight till the water comes down your eyes. These were the few techniques that I used.
Okay.
And till date, I have not used the specs.
Right.
That was somewhere in 2014, this is 2022.
Right.
And the other day I was asking Vidhi, can you read the small letters? And she said, no ma'am. I said, wait, I'll read it for you. Because your eyes are conditioned to remain in that particular size if you have specs.
Right.
But if you don't have specs and you do the eye exercises, you increase the flexibility of the muscles of your eye. And being a science student, I understood the logic behind this, and the effectiveness came with my mental strength, and this brought me a lot of belief in the mind-body connection.
Right.
So whatever you tell your body, it listens.
Right.
And every cell has a consciousness. So be very connected to the consciousness within your own self, and you will never fall sick. So this is what I want to share with you today.
Right.
Thank you so much.
So dear friends, I'm sure this video has added value to your lives. And yes, we are committed towards your improvement. Hence our tagline is, I win when you win. So do share this video to all your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues, so that their lives also can become better and better. So like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. We are here for you because I win